Call to order, City of Forest Park, City Council meeting number 1352, February 17, 2020. Let's stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Would the clerk call the roll, please?
Brown,
Here.
Kirby,
Here.
Holt,
Here.
Johnson,
Here.
Moore,
Here.
Nuss, and Sylvester.
The minutes show that all members are present and accounting for. The next item of business is the minutes. Any additions or corrections to the minutes? Seeing no one, hearing none, we move to item number 3, presentations. On the presentation, we have the February business of the month, BelFlex Staffing Network, Mr. Paul Brim.
Mayor, members of council, thank you very much. We're very fortunate tonight to have our February business of the month here with us. It's BelFlex Staffing Network, which is located next to Kroger in the Forest Park Square. This unique company provides flexible workforce solutions that help people, organizations, and communities succeed. They call it Succeeding Together, and it's built upon 3 core values: doing the right thing, creating success, and recognizing that people truly do matter. Their team is dedicated to being a true and trusted partner that fosters long-term relationships for staffing transactions and job placement services. By knowing the true needs of their clients, BelFlex provides a consistent experience that results in innovative and effective workforce solutions. Their services include contract staffing, contract to hire, direct hire services, recruitment process outsourcing, on-site services. I always act like I know what these things are, but managed service provider, permatemp services, and containment services when their clients need quality for both direct and indirect management. The company's team of professionals is excited about the opportunities of tomorrow and the challenge of being the best today. With a commitment to succeeding together, BelFlex is a trusted partner and industry champion. At every level of the company, there's also a deep commitment to delivering results for all of the people and communities they serve, and it's no different here in Forest Park. As a matter of fact, just last week, the local office participated in the College and Job Fair held at Winton Woods High School that was hosted by the Chamber of Commerce, the Economic Development Commission, and the high school. That's just one example of the company's ongoing commitment to our community. So with that, I'd like to invite Kelly up to accept the award. Accepting the award is Kelly Hannah McCure. And Kelly, congratulations, and Mayor.
Thank you so much.
Kelly, congratulations.
Thank you.
City Forest Park Business of the Month, BelFlex Staffing Network, in recognition of the company's contribution to the growth and development of the city of Forest Park. Again, congratulations, and thank you for being in Forest Park.
Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank the City of Forest Park. We have been in Forest Park since September of 2018. That's when we moved here from Fairfield. Since we have moved here, it's been phenomenal. The workforce, the applicants coming in the door, the traffic. As a company and myself, I'm the branch manager of the branch, so we constantly see a steady flow of applicants from Forest Park, and we are so happy and thrilled to be able to serve the residents of Forest Park and help them gain employment and to keep them working, because we feel that it's really important for the community and for us. And so I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I want to go back a little bit, and I would like a motion to excuse the city law director.
I would move to excuse City Law Director John Wyckoff.
Second.
Been moved and second that we excuse the law director. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to excuse, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The law director is excused. We now will move to item number 4, communications from the public. This is the time for citizens to comment on matters before council or to ask questions of concern to them. When recognized, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are tape recorded for ease of transcriptions, and comments are limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone in the public who would like to address council? Thank you. Seeing no one, as is our custom, before we move to item number 5, you all are welcome to stay with us and for the meeting if you want, but usually at this point we pretty much lose our audience, so feel free to leave if you need to. Thank you very much. Sure.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
How you doing, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir, I'm gonna wait on the cookies.
Okay.
It's Girl Scout time, so they're around somewhere.
Move now to item number 5, reports of standing committee. The first standing committee report was Community Development, Councilwoman Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I want to say congratulations to James Rowley, one of our firefighters, and Loretta Allen, one of our community residents. Both are members of We Thrive, and they submitted a pilot project proposal for their Stepping On, which is a fall prevention program for our senior population. And we are happy to say that their grant was selected, and they will receive funding to provide services in the city of Forest Park from the Ohio Older Adult Fall Prevention Coalition. The city of Forest Park was selected out of 5 candidates, and the total application submission was 18. So we were one of the top 5 cities to receive funding for our fall and injury prevention program. And so I just want to thank Mr. Rowley and Loretta Allen, because she is a resident, and our residents are taking initiative to provide services. And this particular service is evidence-based training, and so we're also developing community development partnerships outside our city borders. And the partnership is with Union County Health Department in Marysville, Ohio, and then of course the Ohio Older Adult Fall Prevention Coalition. So we're excited because these evidence-based trainings and these collaborations help improve our quality of life for our residents. So if you see those, Mr. Riley, or if you see Loretta, she may come in to introduce her program in the future, but we just want to acknowledge them for taking a step out and looking for funding for our programming for our residents, and so we just want to thank them.
Thank you. Any questions for Councilwoman Moore? Councilwoman Moore, I have one item on the agenda that would be for you on the next work session, and that would be we will be looking at some proposed regulations for Airbnb. Do you have any to add?
No, I do not.
Thank you. Next committee is Law Committee. Mr. Brown.
There are no reports at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. I have no items on the agenda for you. Do you have any to add?
None.
Next report will be Human Resources Committee, Councilwoman Holt.
I do not have a report tonight, thank you.
No items on the agenda for you. Are there any questions for Councilwoman Holt? Do you have anything to add to the work session?
No.
Next committee report is Public Improvement and Facilities. Mr. Sylvester.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to comment on my submitting of my absence from last week work session, but we did make the attendance of the meeting, so we just want to make sure that that's noted.
Yeah.
No further comments.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Sylvester? Hearing none, Mr. Sylvester, I have no items on the agenda for you for next week. Do you have any to add?
No, sir.
Next report is Public Safety Committee, Councilwoman Nuss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not have a report. I do have an update. The Economic Development Commission, along with the school district, held a very nice community job fair last week. We were able to be there with the Minority Business Initiative. We had a table, and it was really good to see different residents come out and have a conversation about that. Also, we've reached out with the Urban League, as well as the African American Chamber. And so we are well on our way in the formation of those partnerships, so we are excited. Yesterday's event, our Entrepreneurs Roundtable, was our first event over at Park Place, and we had about 17 people come. And then in the next meeting, we had about 6 folks, including our city manager, Mr. Jones. So definitely appreciate your participation in that, and I think we've gotten ourselves off to a good start. We'll hold the next one on March 8th, which is a Sunday, second Sunday in March. And then I just have a small little note, something that Forest Park, I hope, is really proud of, that one of your own has been was recognized by the county, Hamilton County Commissioners, for essentially Black excellence and for Black History Month and contributions for political awareness, social justice, and STEM innovative programming. And that was your Councilwoman Chelsea Nuss. And so it was a wonderful proclamation that was had last week, and really appreciate all the well wishes.
Any questions for Councilwoman Nuss? Hearing none, Councilwoman Nuss, I have no items on the agenda for the work session. For you, do you have any to add?
I do not, sir.
Next committee is Ways and Means Committee, Councilwoman Herbie.
Yeah, I have nothing to report on Ways and Means, but I also attended the Jobs Fair as Economic Development Liaison. And I want to say I was extraordinarily impressed. It was billed, I got it, that it was from 5 to 8, but 5 o'clock was the setup time. So I had an opportunity during the setup time to go around and talk to many of the businesses, and they were thrilled to have been invited and to have been included. And I had an opportunity to meet Kelly at that time, who received our Business of the Month award tonight. And I swung through the cafeteria, which is where the colleges were. And I have to say that there were far more people in the lobby looking at the businesses than there were looking at the colleges. And so it was a very, very good program, and I hope that we can continue to work with the school district to build on this success.
Oh, you know what, Miss Herbie? Ed Stadnick and Ron Johnson. We got to give them a shout out from Economic Development that helped tie that program together.
And Paul.
And Paul Brim. Sorry, Paul, you're sitting.
Also, and
Paul,
our city manager was there
yes,
also.
and the city manager. Ron did an excellent job with it.
Yeah, it was done, everything was.
That's good.
Any questions for Councilwoman Herbie? Hearing none, Councilwoman Herbie, I have no items on the agenda for you. Do you have any to add?
No, I do not.
Next report is on government relations and communications. I have no report, but as far as the agenda for the next week, we will continue our discussion into the rules of council, so that would be added to the agenda. That would conclude my report on intergovernmental. I'll answer any questions if there are any. Okay, next report is the mayor's report. Just want to, I'm sure that we all know that at the end of last month, or by the end of last month, everybody should have received all of their paperwork and forms that are required by law and that employers are required to give to employees so that you can start your taxing process. The tax department would appreciate it greatly if everybody, if you need help, call. If you need to make a visit, set an appointment, and they're there to help, as they always do. And let's make this a successful tax year in terms of assisting the public in every way that we can to get their taxes done and on time. And I would say if for whatever reason you have not received from your employer that information that you should have that is required for you to file, you need to be making contact with them. Because basically, if you don't get that information, that doesn't stop the clock in terms of when your tax filings are due. So that's something that you may want to check in getting all your receipts and other papers together to make sure you've gotten everything that you need. And that would end my report. I'll answer any questions if there are any. Seeing no one, hearing none, we go to item number 7, the city manager's report.
Good evening, everyone. We have the monthly reports have been filed and are available for review. If anybody needs them, they're there, and they'll be filed again monthly as we go forward. Everyone's mentioned the job fair. I'll go ahead and mention it one more time. It was a tremendous success, and the thing I'll mention that's the best part, one of the best parts about it, other than the people there and the vendors, was the fact that 3 entities collaborated: our Forest Park Chamber, the Wintonwood School District, and the city, all came together to work together to make this a success. And we plan, it's just an example of how when you work together, you can do a much better job than trying to work individually. So hopefully we'll be able to continue this success and many other endeavors with the schools and with the chamber and other members of the community. So look forward to doing that again as soon as we can. Coming up in the next couple weeks, you'll see some information with regards to Airbnb. You'll also see some ordinances and resolutions that we'll be bringing forward to establish a foreclosure and vacancy registration program, as well as we're going to revamp our rental registration and inspection program as well. So that'll be going on shortly. You'll be seeing it over the next couple weeks, and I invite any residents who have a interest in that or would like to have some input in that to give us a call and to contact me or their council members directly, and we'll take everyone's input on that. The goal is to make Forest Park a better community and to make it just a nicer place to live. Other than that, it's been a busy couple of weeks. We have been making some new videos for the city. They're unscripted. We try and just update a couple minutes each week. So if anybody has something that they're interested in and want to know more about, again, I invite you to give the city a call. Say, hey, we'd like to know more about this. Upcoming, we did one on the storm and how, or snow removal and how we handle snow emergencies and so forth. And I think we did that on a Wednesday, and it snowed on Friday, so I think we jinxed ourselves. But the next one, we're going to be talking about the stormwater and some things like that. So that'll be coming up. We'll have one on tax. We'll be having one on the Step and Fall program as well. A lot of fire and police issues. So anybody has anything that they just want to talk about and want a little bit more information, we'll try and make a video for it. Other than that, we're just going to try and keep the citizens updated. I encourage them to look online on YouTube. The best place to go would be to Waycross. They filmed them all. They're a tremendous asset for us. I want to give a shout out to them. They do an awful lot of work for us, and they're basically our in-house video department. So we wouldn't be able to do anything like that, and they're filming this meeting as well. So Waycross Video Media. We also have our Facebook page and our homepage and our website. Within the next 30 days, we hope to be finished with the launch of our new website, hopefully by the first part of April. And so keep an eye out for that. That should be coming soon. Other than that, if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to address them.
Question for our city manager. Very nice. Just one thing I'd like to add. We obviously, because that was who we was dealing with, we're talking about Airbnbs, but we're not limiting ourselves just to that company. We're going to be dealing with all of those businesses, all of those companies that participate in this kind of business. So these ordinances and rules and regulations will not be written specifically for just Airbnb.
Correct. That's a very good point, man. It really is going to involve short-term rentals.
Exactly.
Within the city of Forest Park, so we can get our hands around them and make them safe for the people who not only are coming here and using them, but the more more importantly, the residents who are affected by their operations.
Very good. We'll now move to item number 8 of the reports, and with, we'll go to Ms. Boyd for Clerk of Council report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to report that resolution numbers 06-2020 and 07-2020 were posted as required, and that concludes my report.
Any questions for Clerk of Council? Hearing none, we'll move next to item number 9. Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate days and read for the first time by title only, ordinance number 03-2020.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full on 2 separate occasions and read for the first time by title only, ordinance number 03-2020. Is there any discussion?
Just that it was posted as required.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester.
Yes.
Motion to suspend passes 7-0. Move to item A on the new business, ordinance number 03-2020. The clerk please read this ordinance by title only.
Ordinance number 03-2020, an ordinance amending section 156.14 of the codified ordinances of the City of Forest Park as it relates to fees for work in the public rights-of-way and declaring an emergency.
Is there a motion, Mr. Sylvester?
A motion. 03-2020.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt ordinance 03-2020. Is there any discussion, Mr. Sylvester?
Yes, in response, in 2006, the City of Forest Park put in place a right-of-way fee structure that will help manage utility companies that want to occupy space for their poles and conduits. The main purpose was for making sure they were registered not only with the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio, but also that they were registered with the city and providing info on their systems for maintenance. This is a housekeeping item for the annual updating of the city's ordinance regarding rights-of-ways utility fees.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on 03-2020?
Herbie,
Yes?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Ordinance 03-2020 passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda is a motion, Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, I would move to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read resolutions numbers 08-2020 and 09-2020 by title only.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read resolution 08-2020 and 09-2020 by title only. Is there any discussion?
Posted as required.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie.
Yes?
The motion to suspend passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda is item B, resolution 08-2020. Would the clerk please read that resolution by title only?
Resolution number 08-2020, a resolution consenting to the execution of an agreement between the Board of County Commissioners of Hamilton County, Ohio, and Emeritus to complete a project within an enterprise zone of Hamilton County.
Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move adoption of resolution number 08-2020.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt resolution 08-2020. Is there a discussion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, Emeritus is considering an investment of approximately $7 million to renovate the 1880 building, which was formerly the home of Jacobs Engineering. The project involves a comprehensive renovation of the tower, including tenant upgrades, restroom remodels, corridor and stairwell improvements, escalator removal and IT upgrades. The project would allow Emeritus to bring all of its employees and corresponding operations under one roof, which would significantly improve efficiency and worker productivity. It also will allow the company to market the 1876 building for lease. They're seeking an enterprise zone agreement for the renovation project, and representatives of HCDC have already met with the company to review the project. Based on the job and investment numbers involved, HCDC is recommending an 8-year 75% abatement of the new real property taxes generated as a result of the project. And the city staff also is recommending approval of this resolution that would consent to the execution of that agreement. The Economic Development Commission has also reviewed it and has passed a resolution concurring with the staff recommendation. So I would urge adoption of the resolution.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the resolution?
Holt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie.
Yes.
The resolution is passed by a vote of 7-0. Next item on the agenda is item C. Resolution number 09-2020. Would the clerk please read the resolution by title only?
Resolution number 09-2020, a resolution consenting to the execution of a redevelopment incentive agreement between Emeritus and the City of Forest Park, Ohio.
Is there a motion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, I would move adoption of resolution number 09-2020.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt resolution 09-2020. Is there a discussion, Councilwoman Herbie?
Yes, to facilitate the project outlined in the previous resolution, Emeritus officials have also submitted an application for a Forest Park redevelopment incentive. The renovation does address a number of key deficiencies with the building, which would end up creating a first-class environment for Emeritus and its employees, and equally important, it would dramatically improve the marketability of the site for future development. In addition to helping to retain Emeritus, it would also, as we said, create space for a new tenant in the 1876 building. So given the importance of this project for the future viability of both of these properties, staff is recommending a $250,000 redevelopment grant payable over 2 years. This amount's consistent with recent recommendations for redevelopment projects in the city, and the staff is recommending approval of the resolution consenting to this redevelopment incentive agreement, and the Economic Development Commission has also reviewed the project and passed a resolution concurring with the staff recommendations, and I would urge adoption of the resolution.
Any further discussion?
Just one quick thing. This is a really, really good incentive for us to embark on, and the payroll tax that this company also that we get from this company will definitely cover the incentive package that we are wanting to see happen with this project.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if that once Emeritus moves into the new building for renovations, do they have another buyer lined up for the now vacant building?
We don't have definite information on that, but it's strongly suggested that they would not have gone forward with this extensive a renovation if they didn't have.
If they didn't have it. Okay.
Any further discussion?
Just have one. Is there any detail on the
Paul, did you want to say something?
No, I was just going to say exactly what you said, Councilor Herbie. So you said it fine.
Mimicking what you've told us.
Sylvester?
I just wanted to question as far as the distribution over the 2 years, is that done quarterly, half year, or
That's a good one.
a lump sum?
The specific terms will be worked out when we talk to the company. Typically, our finance department prefers if we just go ahead and make a one lump sum payment. Usually it's in the first quarter of the year. But they typically prefer us not to have too many parts to this, kind of keep it simple and just, it's budgeted for this year. and probably next year, but we need to work out the specific terms with the company too. But it'll either be 2020 and 2021 or 2021 and 2022. It depends when the construction's completed.
And I believe this incentive is also, anytime we do these incentive deals, they're also hinged and dependent upon employees, either them maintaining a certain level or increasing that. And that's the same case with this project.
Right.
So we won't, in essence, lose.
Yeah, actually, I believe that Union Central, dating myself, I hope they didn't see that. Emeritus, they will in all likelihood have more employees than the number that's in their application for this incentive. I mean, typically, we encourage companies not to overestimate that number, rather underestimate it so that we don't have an issue going forward. One of the reasons we like to kind of spread the incentive out a little bit, whether it's 2 years or 3 years, is to make sure that the companies actually do perform according to their obligations under the agreement. So if there is an issue, we can adjust that second payment. I don't think we're going to have any issue here. If anything, we're going to see the company outperform this agreement.
Any further discussion?
I just wanted to also add, for, again, the benefit of our new people, that there is a county-wide board called the Tax Incentive Review Commission that reviews all enterprise zone agreements yearly, as well as TIFs, and we kind of review our incentives to see that they are on track to meet the targets that these are granted under. And we generally don't have any problems with them. Occasionally, we have companies that might not meet the investment piece or might not meet the jobs piece. They're usually given a letter telling them that that they have to continue to work on those. It's very seldom that you'll find that anything will be modified. It does happen from time to time, but these are reviewed annually.
Hearing no other discussion, would the clerk please call the roll on Resolution 09-2020?
Johnson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Nuss,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Herbie,
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
Resolution 09-2020 passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda is item D, a motion, Councilwoman Herbie.
Yes, I would move to receive the general fund summary reports as contained in the departmental reports.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to receive the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental reports. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to receive the fund report, let it be known by the sign of voting aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No opposition. The motion passes unanimously. Is there any further business to come before the body? Any further business to come before the body? Hearing none, meeting is adjourned.